Contents. Tools for advanced communication. Reframing. Linguistic tools for advanced communicators. Tools for advanced communication. Introduction. In this chapter, we will examine a series of methods that will help you to communicate that you see things from the other person's perspective. Move the listener to a higher level of thought or past an objection. Direct a conversation without dominating it. Reframing. Reframing is the process of making a shift in the nature of a problem. It is the process of changing a negative statement into a positive one by changing the frame or reference used to interpret the experience. If all meaning is context dependent, and if you change the context or content, then you will change the meaning. All content is reframable simply by changing the structure, the process, or the context. The basis of all reframing is to separate intention from behavior and consequence. Intention is the opposite of consequence. It is how you precede an action or behavior, and consequence is what happens at the end of the action. Consequences can be either positive or negative. In order to reframe something, you have several options. You can redefine the words, change the time frame, explore the consequences, change the chunk size, find a counterexample, ask for evidence, appeal to the positive intention behind the belief, change the context so that the relationship doesn't apply in the same way. Here is an example. As you participate this e-learning course on Academy Europe, imagine that you have had the following thought. Learning advanced communications skills is hard. Redefine the words. You don't have to learn them, you only need to become familiar with them. Learning them isn't hard, it just takes a little more effort. Change the time frame. The quicker you do it, the easier it will seem. You have plenty of time to practice and become more comfortable with them. Explore the consequences. Unless you try it, you will never know how easy it can be. If you don't learn them, you won't be as effective in communicating as you could be. Change the chunk size. Chunk up. Chunk down. Is learning hard in general? How hard is it to learn one specific skill? Find a counterexample. Has there ever been a time when you found learning easy? Have you ever had an experience where you thought something was hard at first, but you eventually got the hang of it? Ask for evidence. How do you know that? Why do you feel it is hard? Appeal to the positive intention behind the belief. I can tell you want to learn these thoroughly. I know how much you want to improve your communication skills. Change the context so that the relationship does not apply in the same way. How hard it is for you to learn depends upon who is teaching. You learned to speak Japanese, now that was hard. Linguistic tools for advanced communicators. In this final section, we'll look at some more methods for choosing words in a way that helps the other person to feel more rapport between you, that can help you move them past a stumbling block, and that let you guide the conversation without appearing to control it. These tools are a form of artfully vague language, meaning that you need to do this with intention in order for it to be effective. The following are examples of what we mean. Mind reading. With this tool, you indicate with your word choice that you know what the other person is thinking. If you are accurate, you've strengthened your rapport and it can manage an objection before it is voiced. You can even gain their agreement because using this kind of language can convince the other person that they actually do feel the way you are suggesting. Examples include: I know you believe this might be difficult, but it will be worth it. I understand that you are concerned about the outcome, but your careful preparation will ensure success. Many people feel as you do, that it's important to demonstrate integrity in our work and product. Lost performative. In this case, you are stating a value judgment that omits identifying the person who is doing the judging. This makes it a neutral, easy to agree with statement. It is called the lost performative because there is no indication of the source of the information. You are actually increasing your ability to control the conversation without taking and misinterpreting the other person's point of view. Examples include: It's a fact that people like people who are like themselves. It's good to know that the economy is getting better. Cause and effect relationships. This helps you put across a message when you want the other person to see the effect of what you are talking about. For example, seeing you come in late makes me feel you don't care. Coaching will help you learn many skills. Attending this meeting will create changes. Presupposition. A presupposition is something that you haven't stated but that is assumed to be present or true for your statement to be understood. For example, when we've finished your appraisal, you'll feel confident about the next 6 months. We are presupposing that the confidence will come or that we will do something that will leave them feeling confident. All we have to do is finish the appraisal. As the economy picks up, we will see profits improve. We are presupposing that the economy will pick up eventually. Universal beliefs. A statement of something as a universal belief implies that there is no exception to what you are saying. You can use universal beliefs to get the person on your side and to accept or agree to what you are saying. Examples might be: everyone wants to be happy at work. If you remain positive, you'll see better results. Tag questions. This tool gets the other person to think about what you said and then answer it in their mind. Since we can think about 5 times faster than we can talk, this can work well in building agreement. As we take more action, our market share goes up, doesn't it? By listening more closely, you've learned much more, haven't you? Embedded commands. These are exactly what they sound like, a command in your language without actually commanding someone to do something. These words speak to the subconscious and form part of a larger context, like: so, looking at your priorities makes you feel better now? Embedded command is feel better now. It's good you've decided to get that report finished by 2 p.m. Embedded command is that you've decided, finish it by 2 p.m. Now you should have a complete toolbox full of tools that you can use to improve your communication skills. Remember that these skills do take time to learn, but the energy and effort that you put forth will soon be rewarded by improved relationships, both at work and outside of it.